Hello everybody, here we are on Excel and we are going to be doing some histograms. I'm going to show you how to make two different types of histograms. We've got one with group data. For me, I've got some group data over here that has some heights of people that are going up in 5 centimeters. And I'll also show you how to do a histogram of non-group data. As you can see here, I've gotten some people that have similar heights going from 160 to 163. And I've got different frequencies for those, and it's not in groups, they're just by number. They just by number one has one additional step at the starting, and then after that, the grouped frequency and the normal frequency act exactly the same and have the same steps. So we're going to work with the harder one first, get that one step out of the way, and then I'll show you how to do both the others. So, firstly, we want to highlight our data that we are wanting to make into a graph, including the titles, and we're wanting to go up to Insert, and we're going to locate the histogram, which is right in the middle here on mine. I'm going to press the arrow and I'm going to have a look to make sure that it definitely is the type of graph I want. I can see that there's bars that are connected, so that is the right type of graph for me. So I'm going to click that, and that's going to produce a histogram. Now I can see that this has only got 2 bars, and on this we have about 7 different rows, so I'm wanting to make some changes on that. So first step is we're going to go over to this vertical axis, and we are going to right click it. If at any stage this is going too fast for you, please pause the video so you can try and catch up at different stops. Alright, so once you've right clicked the y-axis, we're going to go down to select data. In select data, you can see that I've got 2 things in the legend here, which we don't want, and I've got nothing in my horizontal, which we need to make some changes. Currently, it's got height and frequency. In this legend space, I want everything that wants to go on the y-axis, which is frequency, so I'm going to delete the one that says heights. Okay, so that's already, you can see that's changed the color of what my graph wants to be. Alright, on the horizontal one, we are going to press edit. And we are going to highlight all of the stuff that needs to be on the x-axis. I'll just move this for a second. Yep, highlighted all the stuff that wants to be on the x-axis, not including the title. And I'm going to press OK. So now I should have frequency, and I should have all of my numbers that I want. I'm going to just click frequency and press edit just to check that it's doing the right stuff. At the moment, we've got the frequency title highlighted when I look at the series name, which is good, and when I go down to the series value, I've got all the frequency values, which is also good. So I'll press OK, and then I'll press OK again. That is the first step, and then everything on this point onwards works the same between the grouped data and the non-grouped data. So we're going to go over to one of these bars and we're going to right click. After we've right clicked, we're going to go to Format Data Series. This is going to bring up something on the right hand side over here. It's going to work with the gaps. We don't want any gap width. We want the bars to be next to each other. So we're going to go up to these series options. I'm going to left click that, and I want to work with the horizontal axis because at the moment that's where all my data is all skewed. So I'm going to click that. And I can see here there's a thing called number of bins. That is the amount of columns that they're going to store data in. At the moment it's defaulted to 2, and I wanted 7 because I've got 7 lots of data. So I will do that and press OK. This will change my graph, but I can still see that there's numbers that I don't want on the bottom. It's putting it into weird categories. So I'm wanting better categories, these categories that I have over here. So I'm going to click up here on by category. Once I've done that, if I go back, you can see this has a frequency of 5, which over on the left hand side it does as well. So this has fixed itself to look like a nice looking histogram of frequency. If I want to add some titles, I can go up to add chart element and I can add some axes titles in, so I can label my stuff with, down here I'd label it with heights, and over here I can label it with frequency. Alright, so to do the same thing, I'm going to do it for the grouped ones over here, and we'll see how much quicker this is. I'm going to left click all of the stuff. I'm going to go to insert. I'm going to go to graph, and I'm going to click the histogram one. I'll bring that over to where it makes it a bit more visible. Alright, I don't need to do anything with my y-axis on this one because this is already going to be set up fine. So I need to right click one of these bars. I need to click Format Data Series just like the other one. I don't want to change the gap width. I want to go up to Series Options and I want to click Horizontal Axis. I want to change my number of bins from the default 2 to 7 because that's how many rows we've got for this one as well. and I don't want these numbers. I want to go by category.